What's going on, guys? JFC here. The reveal for EA Sports FC just finished. We're going to go over everything that you missed, and we're going to break down every single detail. We got pre-order news. We actually have a couple of exciting things that I actually want to talk about a little bit. There's one feature that we've needed for literally years now. It looks like it is coming. So if you're new here, subscribe. Let's begin. Before we get into the trailer, basically all they covered for the first 25 minutes of this reveal was pretty much that they're going to keep the licenses of almost everything. They wanted to really hammer that home because obviously the FIFA name brand is gone. So showing in the background, Premier League, Champions League, etc. Some trophies. The Women's Champions League is there, and it was announced that women will for sure be an Ultimate Team. That's been rumored for a while now. It is now 100% confirmed. So the first thing to talk about here basically is just Frostbite and Hypermotion becoming better, more of a thing, better match day experience, right? GPU cloth is just them showing off the fact that the kits move better, pretty much that. And then eSports Sapien apparently is a way for them to make players' body types a little bit more unique and the best they've ever been, apparently. That's pretty much that. The first, really probably important news here, though, is playstyles. Playstyles looks like it's going to be kind of similar to badges in NBA 2K, or right now we have sort of traits, right? And it's going to be basically a way more expanded version of traits. So if you see Sam Kerr here, we're talking about how she has the finesse shot playstyle, or the finesse playstyle, or whatever. So her finesse shots will be, way better than somebody who does not have it, similar to the finesse shot trait. However, I think there's going to be multiple levels to it. You might have, say, bronze finesse shot, silver finesse shot, gold finesse shot, right? There's sort of layers to the trait itself, which I think is kind of nice. That way, it spices cards up a little bit more. If somebody has bronze compared to gold, it allows for 3 more layers of Ultimate Team card, right? So that's kind of, I think it's cool. We're probably gonna see 50 play styles or 40 or something like that compared to what do we have of actual traits right now? Maybe 10 that are significant and mean something. I don't even know if there are 10, honestly. So I think this is a nice benefit. Anything, in my opinion, that can give players more unique abilities and just feel more unique, I think is a huge W. Now, of course, we need to make sure it still is good, right? We need to have it be balanced and not super broken or whatever, but that's a story for another day. Right now, we can just go off what they're telling us. That's that playstyles will be a thing, and this is the biggest news, in my opinion, of everything here. And that is, players are going to be upgradable throughout Ultimate Team. I'm not sure if he means every single player. I think he's talking about just specific ones. He basically says this right here. Actually, I'll just let him talk about it here.
An Ultimate Team is also introducing evolutions, allowing you to upgrade players throughout the season based on your play, so you can build true, unique club legends in your squad.
So, I mean, that's what Ultimate Team has needed for literally a decade. Anything to make squads more unique, players more unique, is a gigantic W. It is Ultimate Team at the end of the day. We should be able to make our, unique team, grow players from a common gold all the way up to a 90+ rated. That should be a thing. I don't know if that's what it's going to be here. Maybe in its infancy, evolutions will not be quite what we are thinking it could be in a year or two, but I'm really hoping it is what they're advertising, and that's, a lower rated player. You can grind your way up to make high rated by playing the game. The more things you can get by just playing the game, the better. So that is huge news. Now let's just continue here. The other thing I thought was very interesting, he talks about FC Pro, and he basically says that there's gonna be a whole separate new mode for pro players. I don't exactly know what he means by that. He didn't go into much detail. I'm sure we'll learn more about that in the Ultimate Team reveal. Maybe it won't even be an Ultimate Team, it'll be in something else. But what I'm really hoping this is in pro competitions, everybody can use every player. I know that is possibly a pipe dream, but at the end of the day, if you change FUT Champions, where obviously you need to use your squad, FUT Champions, Division Rivals, whenever new game mode comes out, hopefully, you have to use your squad. But if there's an FC Pro, we have to qualify for pro events, you can use everybody, because everyone's been the same playing field qualifying for pro events. It's always been the biggest joke ever, where you had to spend $2,000 to try and qualify for pro events. If you didn't spend that money, you weren't qualifying. So there's again the logo for the World Championships. I don't know what that means. He did not go into much detail, really. So we're just gonna have to keep an eye on that. The Ultimate Team reveals a little bit later, so now we have the early access September 22nd. We'll look at more pre-order details here in just 1 second, but the trailer begins now, and let's start going into the trailer here one by one. We're gonna play it, we're gonna mute it, and we're gonna go low speed. So it looks like here, I want to say, I could just be reaching, but they're kind of emphasizing gameplay a little bit. There's a lot of gameplay here in this trailer, which is kind of nice to see. Here's that Erling Haaland goal, right? They're kind of showing off the hyper motion, basically, that they can turn real life events straight into player animations. Here's a new skill move right here, by the way. way. Let's take a look at this. I don't know who this is, but yeah, that skill move right there is kind of new. Looks like a little bit of a quicker drag back, and he goes near post. Here's playstyle. So see this like little thing over his head here. My guess is that was a first touch sort of playstyle. He might have gold first touch, where like his first touch in awkward situations might be really, really good. Kind of like why he brings the ball down here. But he does a new skill move, by the way, which we'll talk about that as well in a sec. But kind of like he controls it with his left foot. So maybe that's kind of what they mean by certain, like your off foot, you can control the ball really well. I feel like that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Like have a player who doesn't have any like first touch badge and they are just like have a horrible first touch. Obviously that hopefully is not the case, but I feel like that could be. But maybe he has just, I'm just obviously speculating, or he could have maybe a skill move thing where his skill moves come off really quickly, right? After he finishes a skill move, that badge pops up over his head, and maybe he after that skill move there, which is another new skill move, maybe it pops up, right, where he beats a man. So he's got gold, and he does that, which is a little like ball roll after the fake shot, and he has a finesse shot, which I don't think didn't pop up over his head, so I don't know if he has finesse shot. But here's another like little drag back move there that I think Sam Kerr did. They're showing off some new skill moves here, but it also looks like they're kind of trying to show off some gameplay stuff, which is a little promising, right? Little elastico there, right between two defenders. Got some like shoulder to shoulder stuff, which is always nice to see. Hopefully they kind of like get that a little bit straightened out, which they're gonna need to do, because if female players are in against male players, and you got players who are like 5'2" compared to like 6'3" center backs, you're kind of gonna need to have physicality work pretty well. And I think it actually has worked pretty well this year. They improved on that quite a bit. There's a header from Jota, I think, there, but you know, there's probably gonna be a header trait too. Like everything you could imagine there'll be traits for. And then we have another power shot there. They're showing the power shot a lot as well, by the way, which I thought was kind of interesting. And here they kind of show off like this happened in real life, right? They're trying to show off the fact that they have so many new animations, and we have to, the only way to like know this is if we play the game, right? That's the only way we're gonna actually find out if the new animations are really like noticeable or not. But then we have our first like actual screenshot of gameplay here. So basically we have a new Premier League scoreboard. Okay, we kind of figured that might be the case. It's in like that, you know, camera angle that is tough to see in. It's a default one that's kind of like a broadcast one-ish, so you can't really see much. But yeah, just a pass. I mean, you can't tell anything from this pretty much. You have to wait to see like actual gameplay. But yeah, this is like the only like legitimate in-game stuff we've got. But I think apparently tomorrow the rumor is that we'll actually get some like gameplay. So if we get that, obviously I will make a video on that and discuss that with you with another power shot here, showing that off a little bit too. So the power shot is remaining in the game. I think it was a good addition, actually. Obviously it's been a little bit broken on like the volleys outside the box, but I think the power shot in general has been a pretty good addition into the game. I think it's good for long shots. Then that's that. So that is basically the whole trailer there. They bring out Erling Haaland, the cover, obviously the cover star there, FC24. A little odd cover, I want to say. Could have been maybe a little bit better than that. But and here is a huge one. We have our first card design, and apparently it is an untradeable UCL/Women's Champions League hero in Ultimate Team. So there's Champions League heroes as well. We have regular heroes and Champions League heroes. Apologies for the squeaky mic. It is, that's pretty nice to see. And apparently, you know, it's hard to say what this card design looks like, but it does appear that it could be similar to last year, or we could have the stats in the bottom like the rumor has been. Could kind of go either way. I don't think we really know for sure yet, but this is our first official card design there. So that is nice. And then we have another one here of the Ultimate Team Nike Ultimate Team campaign loan. So once again, I thought we would see more brand deals in EAFC, and that's what we're gonna see here. There's literally a Nike player card, basically. There's a Nike kit as well, and it says access to Nike Ultimate Team campaign. I don't know what that means. That kind of is sus to me, because you have to buy access to a team campaign. I don't know what that means, but this is the pre-order bonuses here. 7 days early access, 4,600 FC points. That's what they're called now. They're called the FC points. And team of the week, 1 Ultimate Team player item. Okay, that's kind of, you know, is what it is. But we do get the hero, which is kind of nice. All pre-orders include dual entitlement, so you're gonna get like if you upgrade to PS4 to PS5 or whatever, you're gonna get a free upgrade basically. You get a 10-game Erling Haaland loan, which is nice, and then 2 ambassador loan player pick for 5 matches. You get an unlocked playstyle slot in clubs. All right, you get a 5-star coach available for hire in manager career, and additional player personality points in player career. Okay, so here they go into more detail about the hyper promotion stuff. You can pause the video if you want to see all of that. Here we go. Here's evolutions. This is what we really need to dive into here. Every Ultimate Team is unique. Develop your own club legends. For the first time ever, you can improve players in your club via Ultimate Team. So there's Mukoko going from like a 72 to an 85, which is pretty awesome. Choose players that fit the evolutions criteria. Okay, and complete a set of objectives to improve their individual skills, play styles, and overall ratings to keep them competitive throughout the year. They'll even be able to level up how their player items look with new designs and animated backgrounds you can flex on your opponent with your homegrown evolutions players and all the milestones they've reached for your club. honestly, that is really exciting. I'm not even a person who gets like super excited about this stuff, and I'm not EA's best friend, I'm sure, but I gotta say this is a huge step in the right direction. We've needed this for a long time, especially being able to like choose your own card design. That's pretty awesome. There's obviously the women's football coming in, so they've got icons and heroes there. We got play styles, go beyond your overall. So play styles uses a brand new dynamic to Ultimate Team that goes beyond overall ratings. Yep, so it's just basically gonna be a badge system, right? I'm sure that's exactly what that's going to be. And is that pretty much it here? It's like a gameplay, so if you see anything at gameplay. Just going over the enhanced Frostbite engine, there's not really much here. It's like an Ultimate Team, see if we see anything here. So here are some frequently asked questions revolving, will men and women's footballers compete on the same pitch? And the answer is yes. All these questions are basically like, you know, are they gonna be in packs? Are they on the market? It's the exact same as men. Every player you pack is gonna be the exact same, basically. So how will squad chemistry work? Chemistry will remain the same with one additional opportunity to link players across men's and women's football. All players will still link to other players from the same league and nations. So all English players will link to all other English players. Yep, that's kind of normal. And be able to link women's footballers and men's footballers who play for their affiliated clubs. So that's kind of nice. Like Sam Kerr will link with Sterling, right? That's pretty much how that works. So here's a big one. How will ratings work? All players in Ultimate Team are rated relative to the players they play against on the pitch in the real world. So Sam Kerr's a 90 against women, but she obviously wouldn't be a 90 against men because that's just not how it works. But she'll be a 90 in Ultimate Team because it's similar to Pele, Garincha, whatever. Like, would they be at 95 today? Probably not, but you can't rank them lower because it's their competition. It's who they played against. You're not going to diminish Pele and Garincha and say they played against plumbers, right? You're not going to do that because that wouldn't be fair. That's pretty much that. It's pretty exciting. I think that obviously we need to see it first, right? You got to make sure that the stuff comes in, it's not broken, and the game matters more than anything else. 100%. The game matters more. We got to wait and see. If they come through on the game, great, we can give them credit, but that's the most important thing. If the game is good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. It doesn't matter what they say beforehand, right? Now, I have a couple new heroes and icons. Let's talk about this quick. We got some more leaks from Sheriff here. We got Wesley Schneider's coming as a hero. This is a huge W. We need Wesley Schneider. I'm so happy to see we're getting him. Another guy who debatably could be an icon, but I understand why they want to make him a hero. I think they're trying to limit the heroes, or sorry, limit the icons a little bit. We have a couple more downgraded icons as well this year. So I think they're trying to limit the icon status, which I understand. But Schneider will be in the game. That's great to see. We got Rui Costa downgraded. So he's not going to be an icon anymore. He's going to be a hero. Once again, does he deserve to be a hero over an icon? I mean, that's kind of up for debate, but I understand that the guys who have the lower ratings of icons, they're trying to slowly move to heroes. And it's okay in my opinion, because then they're just going to make the icon packs and picks better. Like, it's not going to mean too much to us, I don't think. Still get to use the player in game, so Rui Costa is going to be there. That's nice to see. And here's the first card. This is a Ronaldo concept here. So obviously, yeah, it could look like this, where we have the stats in the bottom. It's kind of been like the predicted card, or it could be kind of what we had before. We have no idea really yet. We haven't seen a full card, but I gotta say the card design looks great. I think it's going to take a little bit to get used to the stats on the bottom, but I think after a little while, it won't even matter to us. And you know what would be really awesome if we could get flashback cards like this with Ronaldo at Real Madrid, give him the club Real Madrid. If that's a thing now, that's going to be game changing for Ultimate Team. If we can get like an actual Ronaldo on Real Madrid card, like a flashback, it's game changing. Now I have no idea if that's a thing, but obviously we can hope. We'll have to wait and see. But there you go. That's pretty much that. I gotta say they did a good job of getting us kind of excited. I will say. Now we did get content today. I don't even know what the heck came out. I just saw Tim Ream there. Flashback Tim Ream. Okay. 90 pace, normal center back, I would say. We did get compensation, by the way. Our 391 plus tradable TOTS player pack a month later is finally here. So that is nice to see. I'm gonna open that in this video right now, and that's probably gonna be that. I'll open some more packs and stuff that I can do right now in the next video I do. But are you guys excited? Are you not excited? Are you pessimistic? Are you optimistic? Let me know. I think I just voice cracked. But I try and be as objective as I can be. I don't want to try and say like this is gonna be the best thing ever. We got to pre-order right now, but I also don't want to be just shitting on the game all the time because I don't think that's fair. Let's open this right now. Can we get something? This pack is so much more worthless than it was when we could have gotten it. It is France. It's a left back, and it's Theo. You know what? I don't think he's going for anything right now, but we'll take that. We have a little bit of opportunity to get something else in here. Tonali. All right, what's Theo going for? Oh, wow. 350 tradable? That's a huge W. Okay. Well, that's actually could have been a lot worse. Tonali and Fulkrug there is kind of an L, but let me know what you guys think. I love you all. See you soon. Peace.